Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain TXP and today's the 26th of December 2023. And to be honest guys, the global cryptocurrency market and the price of Bitcoin is not looking good at all. The price of Bitcoin has fallen down by roughly around $1,000 and even the global cryptocurrency market has actually gone down. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go and discuss this. Now there's some massive update regarding Bitcoin spot ETF, and the US Security and Exchange Commission have set the deadline as 29th of this month for any ETF filing amendments that need to be made. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. And guys, in my episode that I released yesterday, I did talk about a very specific ETF approval calendar, and I'm pretty much sure that dates are going to be changed as and when there are any more amendments that are going to be done to the US Security and Exchange filing. So it's definitely critical to go ahead and stay updated with that news, and I'm pretty much sure guys the calendar will be updated automatically as well. Now listen guys, 25th of December was definitely fruitful so far as transactions of Bitcoin is concerned, and so far as Bitcoin mining difficulty is concerned, looks like Bitcoin mining difficulty or the hash rate is reaching a new all-time high in 2023. Now look guys, Bitcoin maximalists will definitely be advocates of Bitcoin mining difficulty reaching a new all-time high, and even miners will definitely be boasting about that. But me personally guys, I definitely am not a fan of Bitcoin mining difficulty reaching a new all-time high. What that essentially means guys is rather than having let's say 10 locks to a door, now you have 20 locks to a door. It just does not make any sense. But so far as Bitcoin mining competition is concerned, it just means one thing, that people are investing quite a lot of money so far as Bitcoin mining operations is concerned, and that is only because of two things, isn't it? They're hoping that a Bitcoin approval does actually take place and there is Bitcoin halving next year, and there are anticipations that Bitcoin will reach a new all-time high. And guys, at a philosophical level, I've always said that so far as the invention of Bitcoin is concerned, unfortunately, human greed, game theory, and the limited supply of Bitcoin is a problem most likely we might not be able to solve. Now look guys, 2023 has been definitely great, not just for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but also for NFTs. And Sotheby's guys, they have released some fantastic numbers so far as digital art is concerned in 2023. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. And guys, at this point of time, I'm pretty much sure you know what ChatGPT is. And last year guys, ChatGPT was introduced. Now there's a really interesting report which is published by Cointelegraph, which does actually state that despite the hike in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, Google search and artificial intelligence has definitely overtaken Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore what that news is all about. And guys, earlier in the first 6 months of this year, I very strongly mentioned a lot of investments has actually been switched from cryptocurrency and metaverse, and the funds have definitely been poured into artificial intelligence. So in today's episode, we'll very briefly touch base on the news regarding artificial intelligence and what the Google search trend is. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news guys has to do with Web3 and Marketplace, and a so-called Web3 platform called as Aishi. They're enabling online auction marketplace, and they're set to launch next month in January 2024. So I'll very briefly go ahead and touch base on that news. And the second news guys has to do with artificial intelligence, and to be honest guys, this is an absolute massive news. And the news is that Dubai's RTA is collaborating with United Nations experts for smart transportation through big data on artificial intelligence. And look guys, artificial intelligence is definitely making quite a lot of news, and based on my experience guys, I'm actually seeing use case of artificial intelligence being implemented and making our lives easier. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the future of artificial intelligence is, let's say a decade or 2 decades from now, isn't it? So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode, so let's kick start with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as we kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast.
And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now unfortunately guys, the global cryptocurrency market has gone down, and as of today it is at $1.65 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, it is marginally down by 0.57%. If you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume guys, it is at $74.48 billion, and to be honest guys, since the last 3 months, the total cryptocurrency market volume most of the days has been over $50 billion. Now if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume since the last 24 hours, it has actually gone up by 25.87%, and that just means one thing guys, people are actually going ahead and selling a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? And if you look at the numbers guys with decentralized exchange and compare that let's say with stable coins, looks like since the last 24 hours, a lot of centralized exchange has been used in order to go ahead and sell a lot of the cryptocurrencies. Now let's quickly run through the volume of DeFi guys, because the volume is at $7.85 billion and DeFi is accounting for 10.54% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And since the last quarter of this year guys, the total value locked has been over the $50 billion mark, and as of today it is at $52.39 billion, with Lido still dominating at $20.49 billion, and decentralized to centralized exchange has been relatively flat in all the days for at least 6 weeks now, and as of today it is at 15.85%. And as I mentioned earlier guys, DeFi is accounting for 10.54% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now let's quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because to be honest guys, looks like based on these numbers, a lot of centralized exchange has been used in order to go and sell a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now could it be possible that because Christmas is over and now people have to go and start paying a lot of the credit card fees, they have decided to go and sell cryptocurrencies? Most likely yes. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the price narrative does actually play out on the first week of Jan, and definitely before potentially Bitcoin spot ETF approval by the 10th of January. Now so far as the number of decentralized exchanges concerned, Uniswap is number 1 and its volume is $1.13 billion. Orca guys is at number 2nd, its volume is $486.15 million. Now if you look at top 5 guys, Orca is the only decentralized exchange whose volume has actually gone up since the last 24 hours. PancakeSwap is at number 3rd, its volume is $394.32 million. Thorchain is at number 4th at $182.46 million, and Lifinity at $170.17 million. Now guys, if you look at the volume of stablecoins, it is at $66.50 billion, and stablecoins guys is accounting for 89.29% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of the $66.50 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $57.55 billion, Circle USDC at $5.33 billion, and Terra USD at $421 million. Now guys, let's quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And to be honest guys, Bitcoin's market cap is not looking good at all. At one point of time, there was a very high indication of Bitcoin's market cap to cross the $900 billion mark. Unfortunately guys, as of today, 26th of December, Bitcoin's market cap is at $834 billion, and there is not much movement so far as Ethereum's market cap is concerned, but it is still less at $268 billion. So far as the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum is concerned guys, for the very first time in almost 2 months now, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is almost 3 times of that of Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume. So it looks like since the last 24 hours, a lot of Bitcoin has been sold, isn't it? Because since the last almost 2 to 3 months, Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume used to be almost 50% of that of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume, but only since the last 24 hours, looks like a lot of Bitcoin has been sold, and because of that, the 24-hour trading volume is almost 3 times of that of Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume, and Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume, guys, is at $9.7 billion, whereas Bitcoin is $27.5 billion. Now, if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin and Ethereum, it is relatively the same as the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is 50.37%, whereas Ethereum is 16.20%. What I'm going to be doing, guys, next is I'm going to be reading out the decentralized apps that are currently working on Ethereum. And guys, what you can do is you can go to dapradar.com and you can check it yourself as well. And guys, what I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be reading out the fiat value of incoming token transfers from unique active wallets to decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. And in today's episode, I'm only going to be looking at the top 5 decentralized apps that are currently working on Ethereum. And then, guys, I'm going to be comparing this with the number of unique active wallets interacting or performing transaction with decentralized app smart contract for decentralized apps on Ethereum. Now, mind you, guys, when you go to dapradar.com, it does say a period of time, but most likely I feel that this is 24 hours. Now, the number 1 decentralized app working on Ethereum is Uniswap version 3. In terms of dollar amount, it is $2.34 billion. In terms of wallet interactions, it is 9,220. Balancers, number 2, guys. In terms of dollar amount, it is $1.13 billion. And if you look at the number of unique active wallets interacting or performing transaction with decentralized app smart contract for Balancer, it is 257. Now, this does not mean that there are only 257 people using this smart contract. Rather, what it means is there are 257 smart contracts, and in this smart contract, there might be hundreds, if not thousands of people using the smart contract. The third one, guys, is 1inch Network. In terms of dollar amount, it is $151.42 million. In terms of wallet interactions, it is 4,770. Uniswap version 2, guys, is at number 4. In terms of dollar amount, it is $110.71 million. In terms of wallet interactions, it is 7,800. The 5th most used decentralized app on Ethereum is Blast. In terms of dollar amount, it is $57.32 million. In terms of wallet interactions, it is 675. Now, guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is compare these numbers with Solana's decentralized apps, and I did go ahead and explain that in my episode yesterday. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, let me quickly run through a protocol called as Lisk, which is a blockchain platform founded in 2017. Because to be honest, guys, when they went ahead and launched, they did make quite a lot of news. And I remember Ivan on Tech, one of the famous YouTubers, used to talk about this project quite a lot. So let me very briefly explain what Lisk is. And the ticker symbol, guys, for Lisk is LSK. And Lisk, guys, essentially is a blockchain platform which is founded in 2016 that enables developers to build decentralized apps using JavaScript. And guys, one of the reasons why Lisk stood out is because it is environmentally friendly and it uses efficient consensus algorithm called as delegated proof of stake or DPoS. And this consensus mechanism, guys, ensures security and high throughput without the need for energy consuming mining. And guys, Lisk also employs DPoS or delegated proof of stake and a Byzantine fault tolerance protocol for security, and regular third-party security audits were conducted, and industry-leading development standards did actually enhance trust in the network. Now, so far as the circulating supply of Lisk is concerned, Lisk did actually start out with 100 million LSK in 2016, and as of now, it has roughly around 140 million LSK in circulation. And guys, the annual inflation rate is set low at 2%, and only 8% of the initial supply went to the founders. Now, so far as the founders is concerned, Mark Kordak, he's the CEO, and Oliver Beddoes is the Chief Technology Officer, who also co-founded Lisk. And guys, the CEO Max is an entrepreneur, while Oliver is a veteran developer, and they also co-founded Lightcurve, which is a blockchain studio as well. Now listen, guys, if you do want to go ahead and buy Lisk, I'm pretty much sure they're available on various cryptocurrency exchanges, but the project emphasizes accessibility, aiming to make crypto and Web3 available to absolutely everyone, and not just for technical nerds and geeks. And so far as the vision is concerned, guys, Lisk's vision is to make crypto accessible to everyone and not just to tech experts. And the project has been active since 2016, emphasizing consistent development and high funding to ensure long-term sustainability. So essentially, guys, in summary, Lisk is a blockchain platform known for its environmentally friendly approach. efficient consensus algorithm, and commitment to making cryptocurrency accessible to a broader audience. And guys, the founders Max and Oliver have been actively involved in the project's development since its inception in 2016. But right now, guys, if you look at it via coin market cap, I believe it is well past the 250th rank. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the future of this cryptocurrency is. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately, guys, since the last 24 hours, the price of Bitcoin has actually gone down. And as of today, it is at $42,613. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 0.99%. Ethereum is currently at $2,237. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.91%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 0.05%. And Solana, guys, which is very strong at number 3rd and has overtaken Binance BNB chain, the price of Solana or Sol is at $114. And since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 2.17%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 53.04%. Now look, guys, there is so much of news surrounding Bitcoin Spot ETF, isn't it? Now there is an important update to that, and the US Securities and Exchange Commission has set a deadline of December 29, 2023 for Bitcoin exchange ETF applicants to finalize their filings, and at least 7 companies, including representatives from NASDAQ and CBOE, have engaged with the Securities and Exchange Commission in pursuit of spot Bitcoin ETF approval, and CBOE have engaged with the SEC in pursuit of spot Bitcoin ETF approval. And guys, the SEC has requested at least 2 of these companies to submit the final changes by the specific deadline. And guys, the US Securities and Exchange Commission has told issuers that the applications that are fully finished and filed by Friday will be considered in the first wave, and anyone who is not in the list will not be considered. And guys, listen, based on this final deadline, the ETF calendar will be amended. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, in my episode that I released yesterday, I did provide a very useful link that does gives very specific date so far as ETF approval is concerned. And guys, so far as this news is concerned, it is really important to note that the filings cannot mention in-kind creation or they will be rejected. Now the details of this news is actually published by Reuters. The link for the Reuters article is in the show notes below. Now listen, guys, it's really important to note that the regulator is due to decide on 2 filings by the 10th of January 2024. Now what are your thoughts, guys? Will a first Bitcoin Spot ETF be approved, or will it be delayed? Most likely, I do think it's going to be delayed, so we just have to wait and see. Now, guys, let's discuss some really critical numbers so far as Bitcoin blockchain is concerned. And guys, what happened is on Christmas Eve of 2023, Bitcoin archived a new record in daily transactions and hash rate, and miners did actually verify an unprecedented 723,459 transfers on that day, surpassing the previous peak of 710,579 verifications record, which was actually set earlier this year on the 19th of November 2023. Now, in addition to establishing a new daily record, guys, on Christmas Eve, Bitcoin miners also reached a new peak in network's overall hash rate. And guys, what happened is on 24th of December, the cumulative hash rate surged to 546 exahash per second, a notable increase from the previous day's 538 exahash per second, coinciding with network difficulty surpassing 72 trillion. And this, guys, translates to an impressive rate of 543 quintil hashes per second, or 0.56 zettahash per second. And guys, listen, on January 1st, 2023 to present date, the hash rate has witnessed a remarkable increase of 311 exahash per second. And guys, listen, it's so critical to understand that Bitcoin mining difficulty gets adjusted every 2016 block. And Satoshi Nakamoto, when he released the Bitcoin blockchain software, what he did, every 2016 block, the Bitcoin mining difficulty gets automatically adjusted. Now listen, guys, Bitcoin mining difficulty going higher does not necessarily mean a great thing. It could also mean that in the near future, a 51% attack is possible. Let's say for some odd reason, if Joe Biden does actually put out a tweet stating that due to economic conditions, due to geopolitical chaos, we have gone ahead and decided that all Bitcoin and cryptocurrency transactions will be termed as illegal, what is going to happen is a lot of miners are actually going to shut down the operation. But at the same time, guys, there will be some miners who will be having a phenomenal capacity, and they now will be able to do a 51% attack, isn't it? Now mind you, what I'm saying is theoretically possible, but in the real world it'll be extremely difficult. And listen guys, when you hear someone boasting about Bitcoin mining difficulty reaching a new all-time high, to be honest, they have no clue what they're talking about. As I mentioned earlier guys, having security is great, but having too much of security does not make any sense at all. It's literally like having 10 locks to a door. But now what you're saying is I want my room to be more secure, so now I'm going to have 20 locks to a door. It just does not make any sense. And guys, listen, as I mentioned earlier, human greed, game theory, and the limited supply of Bitcoin is an extremely tough problem to solve. And I really am not sure Satoshi Nakamoto was successful in doing that. Now guys, let's discuss some really important metrics, and that is to do with digital art. And Sotheby's, guys, the British-American auction house, has achieved remarkable success in digital art market in 2023, with sales totaling nearly $35 million, and the auction house has set a new record for the highest fees garnered from digital artwork. And Michael Buhama, who's Sotheby's vice president and head of digital art, described 2023 as one of the most thrilling years for digital art. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, follow him on Twitter, cause in his tweet, he has given a very long post explaining the different artwork being sold, and as per the tweet guys, it actually states that in 2023 Sotheby's conducted its first live digital art auction with 300 attendees and $12 million in sales, and it also recorded the highest fees for digital artwork yet, selling the non-fungible token or NFT under the title Ringers number 879, which was created by artist Dmitry Shemak for $6.2 million. So it looks like NFTs are definitely making a comeback. Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Google Trends. And listen guys, ChatGPT has definitely taken the world by storm, isn't it? And since the launch of ChatGPT in November last year, Google searches for artificial intelligence have outpaced interest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and Cointelegraph has actually published an article, and in that article it states that data from Google Trends indicate a notable preference for information on artificial intelligence throughout the year. And look, as what I have noticed so far as Metaverse is concerned, a lot of the fundings and investments have definitely been drifted and shifted from Metaverse to artificial intelligence. And as I mentioned earlier guys, personally I've definitely seen more use case of artificial intelligence than, let's say, Metaverse, Web3, or even cryptocurrencies, to be completely honest. So I wouldn't be surprised if the search trends in Google continue in 2024 as well. Now those were the news guys on the cryptocurrency world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And guys, iShare.com, which is a Web3 enabled online market auction, is set to launch in January of 2024. And the website guys is iShare.com, that is A for Alpha, Y for Yellow, S for Sugar, H for Harry, E for Elephant, I for India.com. And iShare is meaning guys, and the meaning of this company guys is anything in Arabic. So the word iShare actually means anything, and they will incorporate cutting edge elements like online auctions, virtual stores, delivery services, and artificial intelligence technology. And the platform is backed by Medad Holding and other leading investors, reflecting confidence in its potential impact on the UAE's e-commerce market. And they aim to tap into projected growth of the UAE's e-commerce market, which is expected to reach $17.2 billion by 2027. And guys, they plan to disrupt the digital market landscape, providing a space for buying, selling, and bidding of products and services. That's going to be really interesting if they do somehow make connected to a metaverse platform, let's say like Meta, or maybe Apple's new platform as well. And that would be an absolute game changer. So far as this company is concerned, they plan to offer all-in-one solutions for secure transactions and communications, addressing diverse community needs. And Mohammed Shaiba Al-Maziri, iShare's CEO, emphasizes the platform is not just a marketplace, but a new era of online commerce in the UAE, and they take pride in offering transparency on fee structure and onboarding processes, which is a unique aspect in online marketplace landscape, isn't it? And they position itself as a market enabler for SMEs, startups, and home businesses, providing essential services for virtual store setup. And the platform guys offers virtual store services including trade license, bank account setup, payment gateway, logistics, and end-to-end self-storage as well. So definitely positive news. And guys, they claim it is a decentralized platform leveraging Web3 technology, ensuring user security and transparency in operations. Now listen guys, I really am not sure how they are a decentralized platform considering the fact that they have a CEO. but looks like everyone is harping on decentralization on Web3 technology. And listen, guys, as crazy as it sounds, despite claiming to be a decentralized platform, they also have verification process, and the platform employs robust security measures such as Emirate ID verification, UE pass integration, product authentication, and advanced transaction monitoring. So unfortunately, I hate to say it, they're definitely not following the ethos of decentralization. It is a centralized entity and looks like they're utilizing the buzzword of decentralization and Web3 hype, isn't it? Now, they also state that they go beyond traditional marketplaces by empowering businesses to establish and thrive in digital realm, and Ashiga stands out by introducing intelligent solutions in real estate, auctions, and other domains, setting itself apart from competitors. And guys, they also have a unique open auction model to ensure that users get the best deals for products, enhancing the user experience, and they're committing to providing full transparency on fee structure, onboarding processes, and various operations, fostering trust among users. And guys, based on the news, looks like they are focusing a lot on community, and they want to keep community at its core, offering next generation retail networking features and continuous innovation throughout the year. And early adopters, guys, are invited to join the community, emphasizing limitless opportunities in the new era of online commerce. So it's going to be really interesting to see if they do actually compete with eBay or Souk or Noon.com. Now, guys, let's discuss second news, and this, guys, has to do with artificial intelligence and also with Dubai's RTA. So let me go ahead and explain what this news is all about, because Dubai's RTA, that is Road and Traffic Authority, is collaborating with United Nations Committee of Experts on Big Data and Data Sciences, and the collaboration, guys, focuses on leveraging big data, artificial intelligence, and data science for enhancing transport services and public offerings, and the primary goal is to empower RTA's data-driven transformation for informed decision-making on both local and global scales. And guys, 9 dedicated teams within the RTA addresses challenges related to methodology, quality, technology, data access, legislation, and privacy. And guys, the team conducts comprehensive cost-benefit analysis, utilizing big data to drive effective decision-making. And Mohammed Al-Mudrab, the CEO of RTA's Corporate Technology Support Service sector, emphasizes the critical nature of the collaboration for advancing data capabilities, and modern technologies such as artificial intelligence and Internet of Things are considered essential for Dubai's ambitions to become the world's most intelligent and happiest city. And Ghazi RTA is an active member of United Nations Committee of Experts on Big Data and Data Science, participating in vital working groups. And working groups, guys, focus on utilizing mobile phone data for transportation statistics and providing training in big data, data science, and artificial intelligence. And the RTA, guys, plays a dual role as co-chair and member, contributing to the development of a comprehensive guide for mobile phone data use in transportation planning. Gaza collaboration aligns with RTA's vision to become a data-driven entity supporting the UAE's objectives of enhancing digital government services, and by leveraging mobile phone data, building capacities, and fostering international collaboration, the RTA aims to lead transportation innovation in the Middle East and North Africa region as well. And Stefan Schwarzed, the Director of Statistics Divisions at the United Nations, anticipates fruitful cooperation in developing data-driven public policies for sustainable transportation, and the collaboration aims to build capabilities in big data, artificial intelligence, and data science for Middle East and the North African statistical community. And the RTA's collaboration contributes to global efforts in advancing data science, reflecting a broader commitment to global cooperation. In Gaza, the United Nations Committee of Experts on Big Data and Data Science comprises around 31 countries and 16 international organizations, including the World Bank as well, and the committee will play a pivotal role in developing and sharing modern methods, technologies, and best practices in data science and big data. And Gaza collaboration signifies a significant step towards global cooperation and the utilization of innovative methods to advance data science. Definitely a positive news. Now the big question, guys, is where does blockchain technology fit into this? Now, one way I can think of where blockchain technology could fit into this is all this data could actually be cryptographically hashed and stored at an open blockchain. But the big question is, who goes ahead and pays the fees for it? Because if you were to do it, let's say, on a centralized system or software, it will be expensive, but there will be no transaction fees or gas fees. But if you were to do it on an open blockchain, let's say like Ethereum or Solana, there will be gas fees associated with that, isn't it? And then there is this also drawback of user experience. And that's one of the reasons why, guys, I do feel that a centralized form of working will be more beneficial in comparison to, let's say, open blockchain. So those were the news, guys, from Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Charlie who asks, besides Solana, are there any projects that may surprise us in 2024? To be honest, Charlie, cryptocurrency world is absolutely crazy, isn't it? There could be a particular project and protocol that would actually go completely belly up, and that would surprise us, not necessarily in a positive way, but the other project which I do think might be a surprise, and it should not be a surprise, might just be Circle USDC, because to be honest, this particular year, stablecoins has been making quite a lot of partnership, and in the first 9 months of this year, what is a bit strange is that stablecoin volumes have been ridiculously low, but there has been so many stablecoins that has been introduced into the market. PayPal went ahead and introduced the stablecoin. Binance BUSD unfortunately has gone completely belly up. There's also Hedera Hashgraph has gone ahead and launched the stablecoins. Ripple is currently working on stablecoins as well. Now, all this thing being said, to answer your question, the project that I do feel might surprise us might just be Circle USDC, because in the first 6 months of this year, they have made quite a lot of partnership. And what I really liked about Circle USDC's partnership is that they have made partnership with organizations that do make a lot of transactions. I very specifically remember they made partnership with some of the leading organizations that do a lot of online transactions, and what's going to happen is the transactions will be done in fiat currency, but the settlement will be using Circle USDC. So Circle USDC's volume will definitely go ahead and increase. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Let's say in the next 2 to 3 years, Circle USDC's volume does actually compete with Bitfinex's Tether USDT as well. And listen, at this point of time, Tether USDT is leaps and bounds ahead to, let's say, Circle USDC, definitely more than 10 times of what it is right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if crooked politicians and governments and regulations were to go after Bitfinex's Tether USDT. That would go completely belly up as well. And Circle USDC, to be honest, from a regulatory point of view, is definitely much safer and much better. So that might just turn out to be a surprise. And to be honest, Charlie, I wouldn't be surprised if Circle USDC does turn out to be the leader, let's say 3 to 5 years from now, so far stablecoins is concerned. Other than that, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, someway we do have a project which is completely driven by artificial intelligence. That is something which would be absolutely massive in 2024. Those are my honest thoughts. But other than that, I wouldn't be surprised if some particular project does go completely belly up, and that would be a surprise, but unfortunately that'll impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Those are my honest thoughts on it. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also guys, check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And how the series of episodes in the Crypto and Coffee Date works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other 2 news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.